It's set to be yet another exciting summer for Manchester United. Last year was one full of possibilities and cautious optimism. Erik Ten Hag was in through the door before last year's dreary campaign came to a thankful close, and the hiring of a coach whose trajectory was rocketing skywards rather than falling to earth was a welcome change. It wasn't all smooth sailing, is it ever with United? They didn't actually make their first signing until July, and then it was only a reserve left back. Hardly the grand revolution that was promised. When the season kicked off, only Christian Eriksen and Lisandro Martinez had been added, while the chase for Frenkie de Jong rumbled on. Two great additions, but the opening defeats to Brighton and Brentford made it clear more was needed. Those early embarrassments were a blessing in disguise, as it spurred United into action. The ghost was finally given up with de Jong, and the club couldn't have settled on a better alternative than Casemiro. Antony was also brought in before the deadline to complete a summer that once threatened to underwhelm. United trusted Ten Hag with the recruitment, as he largely signed players he was already familiar with, and the risk has paid off tenfold. Martinez, Eriksen and especially Casemiro have been the driving force behind the drastic improvement on the pitch, while Antony and Tyrell Malacia have made key contributions too. The manager has brought the club a long way in a short amount of time, already well surpassing the targets placed upon him. But with success comes raised expectations, and next season United will be tasked with mounting a genuine Premier League title challenge that goes to the wire. The current squad isn't ready for that just yet though, and it will require another summer of smart and expensive investment to get them there. It's going to be quite the undertaking. The priority is to add an elite striker to bring more goals to the side, so the burden on Marcus Rashford is lowered. Harry Kane is the prime target, and he would be a sublime signing, but it won't be an easy one. Even though he will be in the last year of his contract, it will take a steep price for Tottenham to let him go, and Daniel Levy is not fun to negotiate with. Alternatives Victor Osimhen, Gonçalo Ramos and Mohamed Kudus all promise to be tough deals too, with their clubs all renowned for milking every possible penny out of the prized assets, and good on them. Then you get to the midfield, where United have also set their sights high. Though Casemiro and Eriksen is a great partnership, they are both in their 30s, and the drop-off in quality when one or both are absent is stark. Ten Hag would like to add more top quality, and would love, as would all of Europe, Jude Bellingham. He's another player who would cost over £100 million and probably closer to £150 million. Or if United instead choose to reignite their interest in de Jong, they're likely to find themselves in the same standoff as last year, with the Dutchman wanting to stay at the Camp Nou. The two most important transfers are likely going to eat up a lot of time and budget, so the last thing United need is another problem elsewhere, which might be given to them by Victor Lindelof. The centre-back has seen his game time reduced this season, and said over the international break he would consider his future as a result. Of course, like every player, you want to play every game, and obviously I haven't done that this season, Lindelof said. But like I always say when I come here, international duty. It's a pleasure to be here, and I am always happy to represent my country. Like I said, I want to play, that's why I play football. I want to play games, but I haven't thought about that transfer away. right now I am just focusing on the national team and then of course, the rest of the season with the club. Then in the summer we'll re-evaluate and see what is best. Should the Swede want to leave, then it could put United in an awkward situation, as captain Harry Maguire has been placed on the transfer list. If even one of the centre-backs leaves, a replacement will need to be drafted in to give good competition and cover to the starting pair, especially given Raphael Varane's injury record. Luke Shaw can fill the gap well, but it's not ideal, and United have seen this season how quickly their numbers can deplete. They can't afford to let two centre-backs go when even signing one might be a task. Lindelof has still made 21 appearances this season, so hopefully he can be convinced to stay. Otherwise, United might have a difficult decision on their hands on which centre-back to sell and which to keep, while they might be unhappy with their lot. As the club continue to draft up their summer plans, the centre-back situation is now a problem they'll have to pay more attention to than expected.